Division Bajuleke Cricket Club 1 and Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. This is the first game of the 2021-2022 cricketing season. As you can see on the screen there, you have the Ibejuleki cricket team posing with the NCF president, that is Mr. Uyi, and also the chairman of the cricket club committee, that is Mr. Akindentin, and also with the chairman of the Lagos State Cricket Association, Mr. Kwesi Sego. Toss has been done, and as you can see, Ibejuleki Cricket Club will be going to the field first, and Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Association would also be batting first. Today's game is going to be interesting, and hopefully we will be seeing the rivalry between both sides again, as this definitely is going to be a tough one and a tough order between both sides. Game is brought to you live here at the University of Lagos Cricket Oval, and we'll be having the president of the Nigerian Cricket Federation, Mr. Uyi, going to bowl. Pretty much interesting. You could see him taking his run up. There you have it on your screen. Mr. Uyi is going to be bowling. He's trying to set his field. Now he's setting his field. And he bowls. Oh, very well bowled there for Mr. Uyi. Look at him jogging. The president just shows that he is still in form. And now the sponsor of the league would be bowling as well. Oh, very well bowled there from the Executive Director of Sports, Lagos State. And now the game is about to kickstart. Tunde Ayinde opening the bats for Government College Old Boys Cricket Club. Umpires for today are Wale Adekoya and Dolapo Gafar. And there you have it, Tunde Ayinde opening the bat.
Wait, you want to start playing?
Yes, ma'am. Let's go. Go ahead. It's your spot. Come on, boys. Let's start with the
Opening the bowling for Ibejuleki Cricket Club is Mustafa Yusuf, the captain of the side as well.
This is my password. I'm going to stand it.
Yeah.
False ball to be bowled. Tunde Ayinde opening the bat for Government College. First ball of the season to be bowled by Mustafa Yusuf. There we go. Ball bowled. Nicked to a second slip by Tunde Aide. It's a T20 format. As you must know, it's 72 games to be played in Division 1.
Yeah, this one. This is perfect.
Appeal for an LBW declined there by the umpire. 3 balls bowled. 3 dot balls. Tunde Ainde taking his time for his team. The rivalry between both sides have gone way back in the last decade. One run taken there. Two balls to be bowled.
Yeah. So I don't know, how many of the guys are?
End of the first over. Taiwo Mohammed coming into bowl, the second ball. Kitunde Ayinde. First ball is a double. How would they talk?
Don't give Brian a chair.
But this one is doing whether I wrong password at least. Run through my second response. So, this is lecture that is happening for her.
All right, we sincerely apologize for the little break. Now you have a wicket gone for Government College. Shea Wadiako is in with Tunde Ayinde. Two of them will be looking for a way to steady the ship here. Shea Ajidagba, good morning.
It's a bright Saturday morning, December 11, 2021, the start of the Club Cricket Community League after a long hiatus that debarred cricketers from playing the game. Cricket is back and is back with a bang. Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club runners-up against defending champion Ibejuleki Cricket Club 1 right here at the Unilag Cricket Oval. And this is the Honorable GBOLAHAN YISHAWU trophy. What a game we have on our hands. In comes YISHAWU.
You said income Oluwaseun, but actually it was Mustafa Yusuf who was actually coming into both.
I said income Oluwaseun means there's an Adegboye who is out, and then in comes Oluwaseun, the next batter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it all from Shehu Ajidagba, who is one of the most prolific sport commentator. I won't be surprised by tomorrow we'll be hearing a lot about this game on different media platforms. And Shehu, what do you think about this competition, especially this game? The rivalry has been so much between both sides. Do you think today's game is going to live up to his expectation, or would we be seeing a one-sided game that we've seen in the last 3 years?
Well, in the last 3 years, it's not really been one-sided. It's been intense, and the same we expect for today, going by the fact that it's an important game. Yes, first game does not determine who wins the league, but it's a game you want to get under your belt, more importantly over one of your bitter rivals. And we are still in the power play, and we expect GCI to take advantage of that. Mustafa Yusuf, the captain, won the toss and elected to field, so we are in for a great game.
Tunde Ayinde just lost his wicket there, has been bowled by Mustafa Yusuf. And funny enough, the ball had to race all the way to the boundary. That's pretty much interesting. It's the end of the third over. And Ibeju seems to be cruising now, having taken 2 wickets. The two openers of Government College are both out. Now you have the veteran, the national team veteran, and also the representative of the Southwest Cricket Region in person of Tayo Toloye coming in. The big question is, would he be able to pull up a very big muscle that we know him to? Tayo and Shehu.
see on the flip of my hand. This is not giving me what
Don't worry, baby.
Tayo Atole taking the stand.
No, don't worry. You can take it to the office. No one. Like, it's fine. Thank you.
Tim, this game seems to be going one-sided. As
Well-
2 wickets has already been taken, the 2 openers of Government College all gone, and now you have 2 veterans batting. Tayo Atoloye, who has decided to go big, and Femi Sholebo is right underneath it. 3 wickets already. What would you say?
Well, this is not the game we envisage. Like we said, this is the biggest game supposedly in the Club Cricket Committee League, and we don't expect this game to end very quickly. One would have thought that Tayo would take time and form a considerable partnership with Shewodeku, who definitely will be looking distraught that we should keep our wickets rather than losing them. No disrespect to Government College, but the Old Boys Cricket Club, they are short of personnel, and when I mean short of personnel is those usual suspects that we know are not around. The likes of Isaac Okpe, Sylvester Okpe. Sylvester is injured. Okpe is injured. He copped an injury in Rwanda, so he's going to be out for close to 3-4 months. Isaac is resting. Same thing with the younger brother. Chimeze is not here. The news we are getting is not anything positive, and of course Chibike Telgo, I've not seen him.
All right, you've heard it all from Phil. The big guns for the sides are currently not playing today, so you have technically fresh guys and fresh players for Government College. So there's going to be a very big tall order here for both sides. The question is, can Government College be able to pull out a very big And ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the Ten runs on the board, ladies and gentlemen. 3 wickets down, 4 overs gone. GCI and having it a swell day here. Change of bowling for Ibejuleki. Chuma Kachuku coming into the attack now, and he has Sheon Odeku to contend with. First ball he bowled is a wide ball. Chuma Kachuku, the national team bowler, opening his campaign here with a wide ball. Definitely not the kind of way he will be thinking of. I'm sure a lot of you will be wondering, is that a wide? Not a wide. We have a lot of dignitaries here who are currently following the opening game. As you can see there, you have the president of the Nigerian Cricket Federation. You also have the chairman of the cricket club committee and a lot of dignitaries there on the VIP tent watching this game closely. So also you have the national team coach Asanka also there. Sheon, you seem a little bit quiet today. What's going on?
Well, the game will definitely burst into life. We're expecting it to do so based on the hype and the buzz that was created around this opening game.
So are you saying this is not living up to expectation? Yet?
Presently not living up to expectation. We expect the batters to play out the overs, score runs, and give up a good fight. In the words of Asanka, the national team coach, at the press conference last week, he said he will try his best possible to see most games, but the people have to play aggressive cricket.
Very well played there from Sheon, punching it towards mid-off for 1 run. That's what Government College needs. They just need a partnership, and Sheon Odeku will be looking forward to do that also. Very well bowled there from Chuma Kachuku. Coming back after the first ball, he bowled as a wide, and now he's doing pretty much well.
That's Becky, the striker.
Oh yeah, that's Becky. Yeah, you're right. That's Becky. Last ball to be bowled in this over. No run. Oh, 1 run there eventually taken. That takes us to the end of the 5th over, ladies and gentlemen. 5 overs gone.
That was it for their own end, and they don't show up. You say, I cannot submit.
30 runs on board. 5 overs gone, Sheon. You've always been clamoring that T20 has to do with taking advantage of the power play, and obviously it seems like GCI hasn't actually been listening to your commentary all this well.
You can say that again, but honestly speaking, we need runs on board so that the second innings can be more interesting. If Government College posts runs that is not adequate, it will be very easy for Ibeju to get to that required target. But with a 150 on board, a 140 on board, then we have a good game, because that's what everyone wants to see. And you made mention of dignitaries that are here. We also have the executive chairman of the Lagos State Sports Commission, Mr. Shola Apeku, is here with us. We also have Mr. Kofi Sego, the chairman of Lagos State Cricket Association. The president, you rightly mentioned, is here, Mr. Uyi Akpata, Mr. Akidentin, the chairman of the CCC. So I'll be giving you more and more people that are here.
Cheswan Dedeji, that an LBW call not given by umpire Dolapo Gafaro, so he's not interested in the appeal. Cheson.
Nigerian International at the trial series in Uganda was the battle of the tournament. Also did well in Rwanda, Kigali, and one of his best games was against Kenya, where he scored 46 runs off 50 balls. White ball. You know what Cheson offers? Cheson is a former player of GCI Old Boys Cricket Club, same as Daniel Ajeku.
So I'm looking at the composition of the Bejuleki sides, especially in the bowling department. The three pace bowlers they have are basically good running there between the wickets by the two batters there. The three pace bowlers they have are basically Mustafa Yusuf, Taiwo Mohammed, and Chuma Kachiko. Every other person that's coming into bowl is definitely going to be spinning. And everybody knows in the T20 your spinners take most wickets. So do you think this is a strategy play for Bejuleki, having spinners play more in this game? Oh, LB there giving Shewadeku is living.
This looks like a walk in the park. As early as it seems, it looks like a walk in the park for Ibeju. Yes, in a game of cricket, the people you envisage to score runs sometimes might not be the ones. It could just be some unfancy players. We've seen it happen. It happened at the last T20 Cricket World Cup for New Zealand. It happened for Australia also, where the usual suspect did not score the runs, but the unexpected guys just came in and did well. So, but on the basis of what we are seeing, the question is, where would the runs come from? Shimondeku is out, Taya Tolu is out, Tunde Ayinde is out. So, who steps up to do that job remains to be seen. It's Elijah and Becky. Elijah, the batter, the striker. Cheson making things difficult for him. Good over from Cheson Adedeji. Chuma Kachuku back. Just one run. Becky and Elijah batting. Expected runs not on board as at the 6th over. But let's see whether things can turn around for good. Four runs.
That's the first boundary of today. Hopefully we'll get to see more boundaries.
Definitely not hit. Looks more like a bite to me, and the wicketkeeper mistiming that ball to go for that 4 runs. But
A boundary is a boundary.
a boundary is a boundary, and GCI will take anything.
The basic idea I think GCI should be looking at is these two batters should stay there for 12 overs and take advantage of every loose ball being bowled and look for the singles rather than chase the boundaries. That way they'll be able to have more runs on board.
I agree with you completely. They need all the singles that they can get. You build the innings first before you start looking for the boundaries. Because Ibeji will not give you free things.
Many of us gone.
Yeah, definitely you won't get any free things. That's for sure. So there's every possibility that
Are you guys going to watch the second game? So tell the guys.
We have here the chairman of the disciplinary committee in person of Mr. Owolabi Odugwa, and from the start he's done a fantastic job, honestly speaking. If my memory serves me right, he's been with Ibeji for up to 14-15 years and he's been consistent, and I'm very delighted to have a thorough person as the chairman of the disciplinary committee. So when disciplinary issues come up, these are the people who would take charge of it. And the first boundary seen by
off the bat, not the first boundary.
Yes.
The first boundary
off the bat.
bat.
Thank you for that correction.
Ooh, that was close. The wicketkeeper didn't go down early. Pretty much low.
And that's Elijah trying to build innings himself and Becky.
But both guys are actually getting into the groove of the game officially. They're doing everything possible to score more runs.
And this is what you will have expected from the likes of Chinua Deku, Tunde Ayinde, and of course Tayo Atoloye.
A lot of teams will say this. Why would you lose? Why would your top 4 batters leave without scoring above 20 or above 30? Both the 4 top batters scored less than 10 runs, and now you're putting the big fight of this game to the middle order, which are technically young boys but inexperienced in terms of this kind of game. So the big question is, will these young lads be able to bring into this game a big fight for Government College?
Means to be seen.
Cheswan Dedeji again back into the attack. A little bit cloudy here today. Sure, a lot of you will be wondering. It's a little bit cloudy here. Hopefully the sun will rise later on in the game. Cheswan bowling that low. Elijah playing on the top.
After this game, the next game this afternoon, we see Rocks of Abeokuta take on Government College again.
Very well played there. Glance to a square leg. Picked up there by Leke for just a single. The two batters are quietly moving the runs. Even though a lot of people will say if these two can stay for 15 overs, Government College have a better chance of putting up at least 120. Femi Sholebo going after that.
Sholebo has been out for a while, but he's back and better. And as a result of the youthfulness that exudes around Ibeji, Sholebo, who is not a young person, has to work extra hard to get a place in the team.
I don't think Femi will agree with you with that. Femi still believes he's still a young person.
No, but the reality staring us in the face is Femi is not a young person, but he has passion for the game of cricket and is playing in a team that is so competitive. So his inclusion will be meritorious rather than sentimental.
Oh, he's really played there. Very well timed by Elijah for just a single. One ball to be bowled. Cheson Adedeji conceding 1 run per ball.
An appeal from Cheson, but for every time Cheson does that, the umpire Dolapo Gafal usually seems unperturbed about those appeals. But again, what a game we are expecting. This is one of the biggest games of the season, and we don't expect anything less than a competitive fight. Once again, this is the Honorable GBOLAHAN YISHAWU Trophy. He's a member of the Lagos State House of Assembly representing Etiosa 2 constituency, and this is the first game of the season for Division 1. Ibeju versus GCI. Champions versus runner-up.
Eight overs gone, 27 runs on board, still 3 wickets. So, apologies, 4 wickets. Elijah now has to contend with the young lad there, technically the youngest player in the Nigerian national team now. Ridwan is coming in to bowl his leg spin, and he has Elijah to contend with. Elijah played it in the air. He's gone. He's gone. Played straight to Mustafa at covers. And now GCI has just lost their 5th wicket. For just 27 runs. A lot of people will be saying, are we going to be seeing the first game less than 90? Michael Agbeboye, new signing from Government College, to Government College Old Boys Cricket Club from Government College Ughelli, is going into bat. "27 runs, 5 wickets down, 8.1 overs. A lot of people were hoping to see runs on board. But now what we're saying technically looks like it's going to be less than what we expect. But the question there is, will Michael and Becky's be able to steady the ship for Government College? Ooh, that was pretty low. White ball declared there by umpire Wale Adekoya. Wicketkeeper not taking advantage of that tiny nick there. Two balls to be bowled. Ridwan doing pretty much well for the team, ensuring that the batter there, that is Becky, doesn't have any response to the balls he's bowling. Just one run. Now we're going to be seeing the last ball. A for LBW given there by umpire Wale Adekoya, and Ridwan has taken his first wicket and the second wicket. Now the spinners are technically wrapping up the batting side of Government College, and it's the end of the 9th over. Jill, a lot of commentaries are going on the YouTube page. People are saying it, an Igbobi old boy who has traded his birthright to Government College feels disappointed. They're referring to you.
Definitely not what we envisage. But it's rather unfortunate that the Government College, by the Old Boys Cricket Club, are losing their wickets. And invariably, it's safe to say the decision of Mustafa Yusuf to field after winning the toss was justified. Sheson Adedeji back.
Let me. Where am I going? What did you get?
Under the wire, I want trouble. You want me for the TV?
There's nothing there. I love it.
Come on, boy!
Ten of us gone. Ibeju trying to cross the 50 mark. Apologies. Apologies. Government College trying to cross the 50 mark. They are 36 for 6 and 10. And with the way things are going, we technically might be seeing them Grade 1 coming back into the attack again. Dayo Gumbayo, all the way from Ogun State. Okay. White ball declared there by umpire. Very good shot there from Dayo. Rosawa is the one bowling. 2 balls to be bowled are signaled there by the umpire, Dalapo Gafar.
Be changing it every 2 overs. Every 2 overs will be changing the
Yeah, I'm trying to let you know.
49, 6, 11, 12, right? 12 overs.
Yeah.
49 runs, 6 wickets, 12 overs.
Fifty up. That one a small work. Track lane a small work. 50 runs on board already for Government College, but the wickets are not at hand and the overs are technically running too much for them.
Lapo. Lapo.
Sáré ṣe fún ìbọn president wa lọ sáré bọ́ra yín sí ìwé tí wọ́n fi wọ́n sáré ṣe gbé kan lè fún ìkọ́.
I didn't really pass all these things.
Ó yẹ kó kọ́ ẹ̀ náà.
Go for you.
You know all this people. I will break down, no send anybody.
Ó ti dé bẹ́ẹ̀, wọ́n lóore bóyá ó dé bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀.
má bínú o ti wá highlight o.
Ó ti dé bẹ́ẹ̀.
Running in between the wickets between these two guys are actually working well. Dio, GCI just lost the 7th wicket now
Yes.
for just one run that
What
shouldn't
did he
have
lost?
taken. The ball was, that was a run out chance. Chima threw the ball and had Dio run out, and GCI
Was 2 runs. They made 1. They don't make 1 at all.
Okay, can I look at it later in the evening? Because that's when I'll be home. Which one? Okay. Then maybe I'll call him. I'll call him to probably do a video. Okay. I'll speak to him. We'll do a video call. Hello? Kenny? How far? You see that dollar account?
Fẹ́mi.
I think Francis was saying something. I know that's how it's talking about. All those remits, all those cash app, all those Western Union and all these things. Okay, you know what you'll do? Just try and upload it then. Give us the screenshots. The error is big. You're not giving any error. Okay. Can you that listen, can you snap it and send it to me? Let me look at it. The account details we sent to you for the yes. I sent to you on WhatsApp. I cannot open my mail. Just send it.
So welcome back.
Yes, it's a pleasure back here. 120 even seems a tall order for Government College by the Old Boys Cricket Club with the way the batters have been applying themselves.
Not the kind of game they would have been expecting. LBW given there. That was definitely an LBW. Grade 1 has taken his third wicket.
So much as I want to feel livid about the performance of Government College by the Old Boys Cricket Club, again, we still have to say that it's the start of the season. The players have not really gotten game time. The reason for this supposed lackluster performance. But we would have expected that some experienced players should have done better in staying in the crease and pushing those runs.
Yeah, but the experienced batters didn't come into the party. Now the younger and technically inexperienced batsmen are the ones now trying to score the runs.
It's rather unfortunate, and it's what it is. But like I've always said, this is just the first game, not the game that will determine who wins the league. There is quite a lot of games to be played.
71 more games.
But those bragging rights is what you want to have under your belt. That I claimed the first cap.
When we will get these guys.
5-9 for 7. 8 wickets. So 8 wickets.
Yeah. 59 runs, 8 wickets, 15 overs gone, show. Not the kind of cricket we all hoped to see in this first game.
Sad.
The rivalry has been there, has always been there, but it doesn't seem to come into a party today.
And so, like I said, definitely not the game we envisage. Definitely not the game quite a lot of people want to see online. Quite a lot of people will be disappointed about what they are seeing, because these arguably are the two best sides, and so you'd have expected something much more better.
Arguably the two best sides in the country.
Well, you can argue for or against, but on the balance of what I've seen now, GCI, except they come good, don't look like a team that can compete with the Juleki Cricket Club 1 standard for now, except something dramatic happens.
So would we say now that the exclusion of Chimeze Zulike, the Okwe brothers, Joshua Yonaike, who has been signed to the side, and some other players for GCI, has been a very, very huge impact in this particular first game?
So you have people like the Okwe brothers, you have Joshua Yonaike, you have Chibike Itiogu. I'm sure we will not be talking about what we are talking about then Chimete Onwuzurike.
And don't forget Vincent as well.
Yes. You know, so we will not be talking about what we are talking about. I'm sure Ibeji will say to themselves, we got away with this owing to the big players of GCI who were not available. This happened. But I'm sure the second game or the second leg will be feistier than what we are seeing now, because this looks gone. This looks gone.
Two balls to be bowled.
Come on, nobody knows today. Someone I don't pick up.
I think this is first ball especially.
Manuel's first ball. Last ball to be bowled.
Finish it.
Tyrell Mohammed running in. Very well played from Emmanuel Dell. Glanced all the way to backward of square for 2 runs. A lot of people at the commentary box are quite disappointed in today's game. It's technically been so quiet. One of the day, technically. There's a route, but I know they go find me at the end of the day. SKI, that should be released for the training. Now Mustafa. That's leg side now. Up, Gregs. Up, I know they give you. Up, Gregs. Up, Gregs.
Mama.
Yummy. Upgrades!
Upgrades. This are not good to me.
Oh God, I can't laugh.
Where are they playing? Let's go, Baba. I know good to. I know good to. Say you know good now. You are doing it. What's the problem? What is the problem?
I was quite shocked with the shot Omolewa was trying to play, and I couldn't just decipher what he was trying to do. Whether it was in a haste to get back to the pavilion or trying to hit some boundaries, because they were most times needless shot and he would have been out, but he was lucky. Israel and Omolewa batting. It's quite evident from this position where I am that Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club will not get to 100. That I know for a fact, except a miracle happens. You know what I mean?
I don't want to say the word. You've said it already. That's why I just had to laugh. With the way the batting sides are doing, I don't think we can even get. They might not get to 100. They might not even get to 95. A 90 actually doesn't seem visible.
And once you cannot get 100, then you forget it. I was speaking with Asanka some minutes ago, and Asanka just told me there need to be some aggressive batting. That T20 is a batting competition. That based on what we saw at Rwanda Kigali, where Nigeria took part at the regional final of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Africa qualifier. Yes, of our 6 matches, we lost all 6. But when you look at the opponents Nigeria faced, from Tanzania to Kenya to Uganda, you talk about players like Dinesh Nakrami from Uganda, players like Riazat Ali Shah, also from Uganda, who won the Cricketer of the Series. And when you come to the Kenyan side, Alex Odiambo, who won the Battle of the Series with some incredible shots that he played, then you want to say that we need to play some aggressive cricket. And aggressive cricket is for the batters, because T20 is a batting game.
So let's diversify a little, Sean. The T10 now in Abu Dhabi has become more like a tournament ICC is already considering. Now looking at Abu Dhabi T10, you have teams scoring 110, 120 if you're lucky, or you could even score 70 or 60. Now, which means if teams are scoring 110 and 120 in T10, which means for a T20 game, there's every possibility that in one particular 10 overs, either the first 10 overs or the last 10 overs of a T20, you're definitely going to be having 100. But what we're seeing here is even the first 10 overs and the last 10 overs is still less than 30 runs each.
So what we are trying to do is to bring the game closer to people. Before, when we were playing a 50 overs game, when you invite people to come watch the game, they are usually very tired, because a 50 overs game, first innings is 3 hours and second innings is 3 hours. But in a T20 game, the first innings is 1 hour 30 minutes and the second innings is 1 hour 30 minutes. So he makes it the more enjoyable for people to come watch. But while we're talking about that, Israel wicket is gone, and they are losing wickets so cheaply, and this game is dead and buried. Looks like the first win for the defending champion over their bitter rivals. It's the first inning is all over, and a paltry run was scored.
That's the end, Joe.
That's the end.
That's the end, Joe.
That's the end show.
Then
Total runs is 65. 65 runs show.
and ideally 65 runs, you should expect the opening batters of Ibeju to finish. I'll be surprised if they lose up to 4 wickets. But Yomi said something very instructive. You need to take advantage of the power play. I remember in Rwanda, Kigali, IPRC to be precise, a certain Ademola Onikoyi in the game against Kenya scored 20 runs off the first over, and that's how to play aggressive cricket. Up until he had a groin injury, that happened. Ladies and gentlemen, the first innings is done and dusted. A paltry 65 runs was scored, and Ibeju has 66 to win. We will be back for the second innings.
Àwọn games báyìí lè máa ń like ìmọ̀ officiate.
Géèmù tó bàjẹ́ ti tán ti pẹ́. Géèmù ìbàjẹ́ tán ti pẹ́.
Tí wọ́n yá jù.
Kí ló dé? Ẹ ṣe.
Wọ́n yẹn kó fẹ́ jẹun, pẹ̀lú pé kó gbá ọgbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ mi.
Ó lè fi rẹ́lì.
Gbà mí lọ́wọ́ mi.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni máa ń fún ṣé ń tó tó lórí ti fi. Ó yà mí lẹ́nu o.
Ọwọ́ sún mi o.
Náà ló ló ń jẹ mi. Ìwọ tó ti dé ti gbé ọjọ́ ní má ra bọ̀ pàǹgbé bàbá nípa.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second innings of today's first game of the CCC 2021-2022 season. Government College Old Boys Cricket Club versus Ibejuleke Cricket Club. The first innings was just concluded 10 minutes ago, in which Government College Old Boys Cricket Club scored a total of 65 runs in 17.2 overs for 9 wickets. And now Ibejuleke will be going in to see how they can finish this game, probably before the next 10 overs, as we have the two batsmen, Femi Sholebo and Rusewe Sulaiman, going in to do justice to Ibejuleke Cricket Club's first innings.
Anybody where I see now.
Who'll be opening the bowling for Government College is Michael Agbeboy, the new signing for Government College from Government College Ugeli. So he just decided to change team. From Ugeli, he had to move all the way to Government College Ibadan. Now he has to bowl. So the two batters there, Femi Sholebo and Sulaiman Rusewe. First ball to be bowled by Agbeboy. The umpires are set. And here we go for the first ball.
Shoot.
Second bob has been dispatched all the way to the boundary.
Why is this one not charging? Body go. Body go. Because don't fight your body.
Oh, Jesus, do our family.
What's in this room? You know one day.
Seems to be a little complaint about the ball there from Shenwadeku. Umpire Dolapo Gafaro. having an assessment as well. Sheon still looking at the ball. Now umpire Dolapo is going to come. I think he's calling in for the box. I think he's calling in for a new ball. Change of ball there. That was a good call there from Government College. Now Sheon Wadeku reassessing it all over again. And now I think GCI are more comfortable with the balls they have now. So we're back to the game. One ball to be bowled.
Brian me.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, first over gone. 8 runs for the loss of no wickets. That one, I won't fight. The other one was new bowler for Government College. Beckett's coming into bowl. He has Femi Sholebo to bowl to. Femi Sholebo taking assessment of the field before he takes his stance in the middle. And he's ready and set for Beckett's to bowl his ball. Second over. Bowled much low.
start when they
Ah, you were small. Why do I fall?
you know, we can start when they
bend down for that station.
bowlers like this.
Papa don't retire.
Never retire. Maybe they don't remember color.
Oh, the person to retire.
But normally, or maybe the same media because you can go with a team instead of you. One thing where you go see, maybe say you go see food, you need to take modern stuff, mineral. If they too cold, you go choose food or water. You need to just go to
No, so them will that danger. No go one square eye for them will that for them. No, so people like them do.
Tó ti gàdí sí sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan tó fẹ́ sún.
mi ò rí kí ni ọdún fi lápọ̀.
Mo lè ní àwọn tó ń ṣe tábìlì bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò sígbà tí mo nílé wọn.
Since that time I can't be like this
The ball gets issues like that danger so.
Wait, better finish this over so you go do am. This is the second over.
Well, I'd like to say thank you very much once again for joining us for the second innings of day one of the Club Cricket Committee League, sponsored by Honorable GBOLAHAN YISHAWU, member Lagos State House of Assembly, representing Etiosa 2 constituency. This is the second innings. Ibejuleki Cricket Club won, chasing 66 runs, a paltry 66 runs. Opening batters, Femi Sholebo and Sulaiman Rushen were still holding their own, and this was what you should have expected from the batters of Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. And once they didn't post scores that would be difficult for their opponents to surmount, we all knew this was already dead in the water. Dayo Ogunbayo, less than 51 rounds to win this game, or probably say 51 runs to win. Better bowling there from Dio. 15 runs on board, chasing 65, so they need 66 runs to win. So basically, mathematically, they have 51 runs to win. And once you have the two batters and the other guys are still very much available, you want to say that nothing will stop these guys from winning. Wide ball. Oh, lovely shot. That should go for 4 runs.
4 runs now.
Definitely 4 runs.
Middle of the bats. He's the only one there, and he's only further away from the goal.
Sulaiman Rushewe taking the game to Government College. 20 runs on board. Needing 46 runs to win.
Mike, you go people with that shoe.
Better bowling, and like we always say, well left is a shot approved by International Cricket Council. After this game, the game that comes next would see Rocks of Abeokuta slugging it out with Government College Ugeli. Lovely shots there. Can they make 2? Just 1.
The big question here, Sean, is this: will these 2 players be able to finish this 66 targets in 10 overs? That would actually give them a very good advantage if they can, without losing a single wicket.
Well, it's doable, it's possible, and it's feasible. Long as you keep your head and you play the proper shots. Femi Sholebo has an opportunity to have a feel of the game. It's been Sulaiman all the way, but don't rule out Femi.
That means you embezzled money because it was written nowhere that it was be transferred.
And I bring it now.
Would we call that a banter of the pitch just allow football to move up?
Well, as long as the umpire does not see anything wrong with it, who am I? The umpire deems it to be a good ball.
Just like you said, Femi Sholebo has officially had a field of the ball now, so I'm sure he will be telling himself, I think I'd rather allow this young Rusewe have more feel of the ball than myself.
No, not necessarily. I think what happened in that ball was he wanted to play a hook shot, but he didn't connect that ball very well, and that was what happened.
End of the third over, ladies and gentlemen. It is. It's 21 runs.
No. Why not?
21 runs. 3 overs gone. No wicket lost. Molewa coming into goal.
Why not wait to one? Yes. Actually, I wait to one. Why can't give that two now? They want to have
Go. Don't say that. Go. I don't match your face.
You lose.
I don't need to finish. Let me say my waiting to one.
Don't do wait till one century. Because of that, we're going to look at the tenant and say, oh my God. I can't be very easy.
Oh, you guys have a match.
Omolewa coming from the wire end.
A lot of people will say there's no fight, there's no bite, there's no zeal, there's no commitment from the government college Ibadan boys right from the first ball.
Those girls are actually very good because they are friends at least. Just like cricket is from
Omolewa bowling well, but once you didn't put considerable runs on board, it will be difficult. Like I said, Asanka rightly he rightly stated it clearly that T20 is for that's the captain.
You have to leave this commentary box and the commentary box, the conversation from here.
That was the captain dropping that catch and giving Sulaiman another life. Like we say in cricket, you only have one life to live.
You're turning into a son.
That's it. Just one life. No two lives.
Solibo has a goal. Very well played there from the old gun. Femi will be asking himself, I'd rather just anchor for this young man and let this young man do the damage.
You know, so sometimes in cricket, one person is on strike and the other person is off strike, and sometimes you see batters rotating the strike. So he has to build himself into the game. The most important thing is just keeping your wicket. You can't have two batters, you know, going at the bowlers. So sometimes one will be the one on strike and the other one will just, you know, anchor.
Will Tunde take this? Officially taken by Tunde. And Rosewe has gone.
But again, they will not be unfettered. And when I mean unfettered is they will still not bother themselves because they know they have wickets at hand.
Definitely, your correction.
And of course, the next batter coming in looks like an Elijah Olale from commentary position.
Don't think about it.
When is it starting now?
Is this Elijah or Daniel?
Okay, starting.
Well, unfortunately, I can't get to see the batter well, but Elijah and Ajekun looks alike, but this looks like it's Ajekun. And that's Ajekun, seen him well. Former player of GCI, former player of Rocks. Once played for the national team of Nigeria. The door is not closed yet, so it will be wrong for me to use former Nigeria international. The door is still open for him to get back into the national team, so long as he puts some considerable runs on board. The coach will give him a consideration. Dayo and Femi. Femi is the batter, Dayo is the bowler. This is match 1, day 1 of the Club Cricket Committee League, sponsored by Honorable GBOLAHAN YISHAWU, member Lagos State House of Assembly.
Very well bowled from Dyer, keeping it low. Very ball, questioning himself.
Like we said, and we'll reiterate, the coach has once said, once you don't post 160, 170, it will be difficult for you. If this game had maybe a 130, we would have had something very interesting. But unfortunately, that 65 runs was too paltry. That's sure 4 runs.
Raced all the way, very well played there from Femi Solebo to the boundary for 4. Now he's beginning to take charge against his other partner who said he lost the wicket.
And Ajekun just came on, trying to get settled. So that's why I'm saying that sometimes in cricket it's just a turn by turn thing. Sulaiman was the one on strike, Femi was off strike, but now Femi is back. Sure 1 run.
Five runs considered in 2 balls. Ajekun now on strike, going to have a go. The question now is, what would be Government College Cricket Club's game plan going forward in this league? Because the big question is, will this game be a very big, huge decider for them in terms of winning the trophy?
Well, it's too early to start talking about trophy. The first thing they need to do is to get out of this rut that they found themselves. This is not GCI standard to score 65 runs in a T20 game. That's the run score of an individual in a team like GCI. So to have the entire team score 65 is absolutely shambolic and totally unbelievable. So going forward, those players you made mention of, they need to be back in the squad. That was a missed opportunity there from Ajekun. So going forward, you made mention of Vincent Adewoye, Joshua Ayonaike,
And the Okwe brothers,
Chibike Tiogu.
6 players already.
And also, once they have those guys back, we'll be good to go.
29 runs, 1 wicket down. 5 overs gone.
cannot cut off.
Shots, 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 shots.
That was a lovely shot there from the board member.
For Femi Sholibo.
Yeah.
Shots very well driven on the ground, straight down, raced all the way for four back-to-back boundaries from Femi.
You know, I told you earlier on that it was a turn-by-turn Nigeria Limited organization.
From the Beju Batters.
From the Beju Batters. And this is what we talk about, the big man taking responsibility. I told you, I said Femi Sholibo works very hard, knowing that he has to fight to be a member of this team. Because some players are on the bench and they are good enough in some teams. That was a wide ball. And so he has to fight his way through, else he will be dropped. The invitation is meritorious and not sentimental. Any moment from now.
We've gotten halfway into the target, Sean.
Yes.
They've crossed the 30 mark. The two back-to-back boundaries from Femi there made them cross the 30 mark. Very well driven. One run. They get the old Femi showing that he's still fit.
Also, I said it before, but apparently you threw away my words. I told you he works very hard to be part of this team.
"40 runs, ladies and gentlemen. 40 runs on board. Not definitely what GCI will be looking for. So Ibeju requires 26 runs to win. Daniel Ajeku having to go immediately for just a single there. And that brings us to the end of the 6th over. 41 runs on board, 1 wicket down. Six overs. Six, right?
Yes. 41 runs.
Are you serious? Nobody get there. Why? But it's still 4 rounds anyway. It's still 4. None of us got there. Oh. That's 45 runs.
Around. Yeah, it's what they do now. What they do. Coming more and more. Yeah, no, I don't. I cannot attack.
46 runs on board, ladies and gentlemen. 20 runs to win.
Scots.
20 runs to win for Ibejuleki. Very well fielded there from Shewadeku. Very well played there from Daniel Adeku. Driving that in between the bowler. One run.
Egg.
Fantastic feeling for him. Good afternoon, Femi.
Good afternoon, how are you?
It's a pleasure having you join us here on the commentary position. How does it feel scoring 32 runs in today's game?
Well, look, after 2 years of not playing cricket at all, we're very excited to finally get cricket going. So first of all, let me congratulate CCC for getting this show on the road. Last couple of years have been tough for sports worldwide, in Nigeria in particular. So I'm particularly grateful for them. But yes, back to the game, we're very happy to get a win under our belts. Any game against GCI is always tough. We're happy to get the first game going, get the cobwebs out of the way. So excited to get some runs. The YISHAWU Cricket Club is very competitive, few internationals there. So when you get your place to play, you have to make it count.
The shots you were playing and the runs you were scoring was reminiscent of someone who is young, and we know Femi Sholibo not to be a young person, but you work so hard to get into this team. How difficult is it to get into this YISHAWU side?
It's very tough. The squad is 16-man squad. Any of those guys that were left out today can easily have walked on here and done an even better job. It's very competitive, and I guess it helps us because everybody knows that there's 2 or 3 players that can play your position at any given time, whether you're bowling, batting. We have fielding, we have a very well balanced side. Very well balanced side.
You've hit the ground running. What are we expecting from Sholibo going into the season?
Well, I'm hoping I can get some form going, get some rhythm going, and hopefully we can make more contributions to YISHAWU.
Finally, Sulaiman started like an house on fire while you anchored. Immediately Sulaiman went out, you brought in your marauding self. What were you doing when Sulaiman was in the batting crease?
So we've talked about batting in partnerships. When you feel that one of your partner is going well, the best you can do is get out of the way and give him a strike, let him keep going, and and then you just anchor, and then when the reverse is rolled, then you go switch, then you go again, and that's how we do it. We all bat in partnerships, and it's something we've talked about a lot of the time, because any given person can play that role, so we bat in partnerships.
So before you go FM, when are you retiring? A lot of people have asked that question.
Yes, well, I keep telling these guys that when I can go out there and I don't feel like I make the team on merit, that would be me putting my hat. But at the moment, I've told them, if they can find a better opener than me, they should show me.
Thank you very much, Femi Sholibo, who by statistics should be the player of the match for today's game. And what a way to start the season. Femi Sholibo knocking some 32 runs not out. What a fantastic way to start. And I want to say congratulations, Femi Sholibo.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Femi Sholibo, what looks like the player of the match for today. And we'll get to have the thought of the captain of the side, Mustafa Yusuf. He should be joining us here. His decision to field after winning the toss eventually paid off. And I have here with me Mustafa Yusuf. Mustafa, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's a pleasure having you join us at the commentary position. How excited are you that you got an 8-wicket victory over Government College by the Old Boys Cricket Club?
Yeah, I'm very much excited. We've known GCI to be one of the top side CCC league. We have a very bittersweet rivalry with GCI. So, yeah, starting off the season with a win against GCI is all the positives we need to take going forward into this league. We've not played together for over 2 years in the league, and then coming out and then starting off with this kind of victory, a very convincing victory. So we're passing down a message to the other teams, knowing that
What prompted you to field when you won the toss? Was it looking at the strength of this GCI and you found out that it's not the usual strength that you know?
No, so it had nothing. It doesn't have much to do with the side that we played against. It had we made a decision from the playing conditions. So, like coming here before now, we had the plan. We wanted to put a very target, and then because we were known to be a stronger side bowling. So, but then there's a very good balance now. So we initially wanted to come and bat, but then looking at the field, we realized that the pitch wouldn't be coming as we thought it would. So we decided to take advantage of that, bowling first, and then if you saw the way the ball was moving back, so that's why we bowled more spinners than pacers. And also while we batted, we knew the sun was going to come out, and then the ball was coming up to our batsmen, which
I was speaking with the national team coach Asanka, and he said rustiness is also a factor in the way the game went today. But you guys have had some considerable games under your belt. You won the maiden Lagos T20 knockout series, and you've been practicing together. Is that an edge over others, that unition, that youthfulness that you have in your team is one factor we need to hold on to?
I think one of the things that I think makes us stand different from other teams is the way we play. We see ourselves as professionals. We don't just see ourselves as coming to just play the game. So we know that whenever we find ourselves putting on the yellow jersey, we have to give it our all. So coming into, even when we're playing friendly games, whatever game we find ourselves playing, as long as we're putting on the yellow, we come with 110%. So if everybody gives their 110%, I think it shows like how we play.
They want early days to start talking about potential champions, but you have to throw Ibeju into the hat as potential champions of the Honorable YISHAWU Trophy.
Yes, I wouldn't say like. So the thing is this. So we see ourselves as champions, right? So whether or not, even before this game, we were claiming it, and then we're working towards it. So yeah, we're taking it one step at a time. We've done one. The next game comes, we keep taking them one after the other.
My final question: of all the teams in Division 1, which is that team that makes you have a sleepless night?
Every team makes us have a sleepless night. It is T20. Like it takes 1 over 2 hours for it to do. We might play with Pioneers next day and then have like difficulties. We don't know. So the thing is, we approach every team like we come out and okay, the GCI side we play them like Wasin, Onikoi playing, St. Josh and everybody. We're not looking at names. We are playing our own game. We have a standard that we set for ourselves. So when we try to beat our own standard. So when we beat our standard, then it shows on how we play. It is we versus we.
All right then, Mustafa, thank you very much. Sheon, final words?
My final words, done and dusted. Game 1 done. 8-wicket victory for the Ibeju side. They are the defending champion, claiming it over their fiercest rival, and that's how we call it a wrap on day 1 of the CCC League. And I must say kudos to you, Abayomi, for an amazing job that you do. The second game, we'll get to see what happens at the end of the day, but our job is done here. And
tomorrow we'll be having a very big cracker as well. FCC versus LACC. The only difference is the L and the A. Yeah. Both teams are CC. That is going to be streamed live by 2 p.m. Sheon and I will be here to run commentary as well and give you live visuals. So if you've not subscribed to the CCC page, do that right now and click on the notification so you could get at least 24 games out of 72 games this season. Thank you very much, Sheon.
Thank
Have
you.
you at the commentary box. Ladies and gentlemen, good night and stay blessed.